This is the third year that we've had this event, and it has grown every single year. Such a tremendous opportunity for us to showcase the things we're doing around inclusivity and diversity in the county, but we're also showcasing that all around Colorado and throughout the nation.
See this face, this brown skin, makes you wonder how I got in, makes me wonder if my presence is just a number for your diversity.
So these are the kinds of issues that when a community is looking at historic patterns of segregation should consider and then explore, are there ways to overcome those barriers?
It's just a free exchange of ideas. When I come out to conferences like this, I meet people and I come back to Washington with all kinds of ideas that I can perhaps help another community with. There's a lot of cross-fertilization among communities and states.
And on this road, I've held, kept, and lost friends. They call us victims.
Our job is to be responsive to those we serve. And so how do we do that? We do that by being culturally competent managers. We're in tune with the people that we serve. Government implements policies that citizens want. And how do we know what they want if we don't ask them? How do we know what they want if we can't even communicate with them? Or how do we know what they want if we don't even bother to communicate with them?
Despite what we've been taught, we have the power to suck this ocean under because we are not girls and we are not boys. We are storms with skin. And we aren't going to wait for a better tomorrow. No, we are going to make a better today. Thank you.
In the Democratic and Republican parties, in the nonpartisan staff, you couldn't find people of color in any position. And at that moment you can say, well, folks just aren't applying, or they just aren't qualified and we need to fix other things. Or you can say, there's a responsibility that I have to lift as I climb. It is not about checking a box, but it's making sure that folks check their own heart and they show up with their own voice. And our job as public servants is to provide the space sometimes and actually carve it out, use our sharp elbows if we need to say, I see that we're not having a real conversation with the folks who are impacted, so let's make sure that happens.
This is always a process of really trying to get people to understand the items and the elements associated to inclusivity. A lot of times people don't like to talk about it or don't understand it, and so I think the IHN is allowing for that discussion to take place, so we're real excited about that.
That's one of the great things of coming out to the local levels. You actually get to see people in action. In the DC area, even we're working with IHN or ICMA, we are able to kind of look at the information, come up with some policy, come up with some ideas, but actually come out and actually visit and see people talking to each other and seeing them in action. That I think that's the biggest difference with coming to a location like this doing a seminar.
It's fun to see it growing, and you're not just seeing Hispanics, but you're seeing people of different races and beliefs, and we're all coming together and we're talking about the same thing: unity.